all. I wanted to talk to y'all about ingredients and about foods. And I've done this before. I just want to give a refresher because sometimes people just need that, right? So when it comes to foods, when it comes to what you put in your body, this is what a lot of trainers aren't going to tell you because I'm also a certified nutritionist, right? So I know what to eat, how to eat it, so on and so forth, and what to tell my clients to eat. So long story short, the less ingredients, the better. When you go shopping, you don't want to get something that's got like 15, 20 ingredients in it. You kind of want to limit it to, if you can, no more than 7 or 8, especially if it's supposed to be organic or natural. So if something is like I said, if it's supposed to be, it's not gonna have a whole lot of ingredients in it. And like extra, when it says extra this or extra that, no, that's not cool. The less ingredients, the better. That's for anything. You also want to look at calories per serving. You want to look at how much you have to eat and how many calories that's actually giving you. There are a few condiments that have very low servings of, as far as calories, and there's some condiments that have no calories whatsoever, which is good. But what you also don't want to do is think that just because the condiments, meaning like condiments like mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, hot sauce, whatever, just because they don't have a lot of calories means you can eat a lot of food with that stuff on there. You're still getting calories somewhere when it comes to meat, pork, beef, and so on and so forth. A new protein powder I'm trying. This is I recommend this whey protein, WHEY. When I say whey, that's what I mean. This just simply means it leans you out. It leans you out. Muscle milk, mass gainer, that ain't leaning you out. That's why it's called mass gainer. It's gonna put weight on you. So when you see a lot of these people online, and they're all buff and huge, either it's steroids or it's mass gainer. This stuff like this is what I recommend. This, or you can get your own, but that word key, that's key, WHEY. That's a key word, whey. I'm at like a deer. Y'all have seen deer, right? Deer, they're very lean, very heavy, but very lean. You kind of want to look like that. You want to be in a caloric deficit. I'm getting tongue tied, but you want to be lean. When you want to put on muscle, that's when you drink that mass gainer stuff like that. Only if you want to. You don't have to, but just be in a slight caloric deficit. Don't be like some of these people who get online and tell you can eat anything, because some people actually do get online and they're good at what they do, but everybody's body is different. They eat any and everything and it doesn't matter. Everybody can't do that. I can't do that. I can, but I'm not going to look the way I want to look. Speaking of looks, aesthetically, like, we understand training or working out, it's an aesthetic business. So if you get online and you see a girl whose booty is real big or whatever, and the legs match, that's good to look at. They're gonna get a lot of views and whatnot. But you see a guy like um, an Ashton Hall, you see these guys like Samek, different people. It's an aesthetic business. So the better somebody looks, the more you're gonna think they know what they're doing. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes these people don't know what they're doing. What's up, Chris? Um, what they're doing is they like I said, sometimes they enhance their bodies by taking other stuff that's not natural. You want to do stuff naturally. I just refuse at my age to take creatine, to take steroids, because the side effects scare me. You're gonna peak out eventually. You're going to. Everybody, well, you're gonna plateau out. There's gonna get to a point where you can't gain any more muscle. You can't do anything more than what you can do. But psychologically, you know that you've done it the right way. I would rather do that than do something the wrong way and compromise my body later on. I would rather do that. That's just me. So do things the right way. Be smart with it, be effective, get your rest. Drink a lot of water. A lot of this comes with rest. Like, some people think you have to work out an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. You really don't have to. You do not. If you can get a good workout in 45 minutes or 30 minutes, do that. If you don't get a lot of rest in between sets, do that. All the muscles know is that it's time under tension. Your muscles don't know what you're lifting. You could be lifting 185 pounds or 50 pounds. If you do time under tension, meaning like holding a weight and just bring it down slowly, just holding it, that's what it responds to. You want to break down those old muscle fibers. They turn into new muscle fibers. They grow. That's how it works. But you have to also get your rest. You got to rest. You got to rest. You got to get proper amounts of sleep, anywhere between 6 to 9 hours rest. Now 9 is a lot, but I would say that's good. That's really good because we're on the go. Once you're moving, you're always active, so you're burning calories. But that's what a lot of people don't tell you. They just tell you, well, excuse me, what's up? I think you meant sup. Cypress, what's up? Well, soup too. If you eat soup, it is what it is, Cypress. That's what a lot of these folks won't tell you. They just eat everything and drink any and everything. Now watch them calories. Beverages have calories too. I know people aren't really concerned about it. They don't look on the back. They just drink whatever. No, you have to watch that. There are no calories in water. That's the safest thing you can drink, in my opinion. I drink water, protein shakes, and I drink maybe some orange juice from time to time. But appreciate that, Hitter. One thing I don't do is just oversaturate myself with stuff. You put stuff in your body, you have to be mindful of what it could do, I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't have a cheat meal, but your cheat meal should not consist of like Popeyes and Pizza Hut and all that stuff. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. I mean, you want your body to reset. You absolutely do, but you want to do it effectively. What I tell my clients when I give them a cheat meal, I'll simply say this: don't eat so many calories to where when you come back in, you regret eating them. You get what I'm saying? So if we're gonna do shoulders or a shoulder and back, like I have one male client. If he has a bad cheat meal, then before we even start on shoulders and back, we got to get the calories off that you ate in that cheat meal. You get what I'm saying? Right, Cypress. Don't have too much fun is bad. And they're always surprised when I tell them I don't eat soul food, I don't eat sweets, I don't eat fried food, I don't eat fast food. I'm very structured. You have to be structured. It's almost like being boring, but you have to. The best relationships are the boring ones. Those are the ones that last the longest. As opposed to excitement, it's cool for a minute, but then it's like, dang, why did I do this? Why did I do that? That's how I focus, and that's how I go about my workouts. Like, I can have a lot of excitement. I really can. But am I going to regret it? You get what I'm saying? So instead of me hitting my goal of reaching a certain weight, now I got to go do an hour cardio or 45 minutes of cardio and then get to my workout. And then after the workout, I got to do more cardio when I don't have to burn the calories anyway because I shouldn't have put them in my body. You get what I'm saying? So I want people to realize it's a science to this. Everybody's body is different. I'm not going to go benching 200 something pounds, 225, 250 because I don't need to. I don't have to. That's an injury risk. You do that stuff, you snap something and then it's like, bam, looking at somebody else instead of just focusing on what works for you. I really can't wait to get my website up because I'm transitioning now into different things, and I'm not going to speak too early about some stuff because it's in the infancy stages. Live on and just because I'm not the smartest. I don't know it all when it comes to this. I'm still learning, but I know enough to have conversations. I think people look online and they see people and they'll say, well, that. No, you have to educate yourself. Anything I look up, it's on Google. Google is free. Certain things in, we have AI generated stuff now, so you can type it in. AI is pretty much going to find questions. It can be the dumbest question. AI will tell you either they can't find it or they'll find it. And I think a lot of people look online and they see these content creators and they say to themselves, well, it worked for this person, or look at this person. When these content creators aren't going to tell you that they add stuff to their body or they had surgery. They're not going to tell you that. All they want is the look, aesthetics. If you think I'm lying, Google content creators, Google exercise content creators. Luna, I don't believe everything AI tells me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is AI will, like, we're in an AI age. It will give you the answer. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I didn't even insinuate that. But thank you for your question. But Google content creators, and it'll tell you the most popular content creators, and you can look at some of them how they looked last year or the year before, and look at them now. You don't, contrary to popular belief, you don't get better with age. You just become more educated. You know what I'm saying? Father Time is undefeated, period. Now, that's not to say that some people aren't good when they get older. That's not to say that some people didn't do this 10 years ago and they're able to effectively maintain. What I'm saying is, if you made a massive transformation and you're telling people you only did this, this, and this, most times it's not true. That's not true. I understand. I look like Trump. C Gilly 551. Okay, whatever. That's what's up. I look like Trump. You're smarter than me. That's what's up, I guess. Hitter, you know what to do, my man. But as far as what I was saying, make sure you look online and you don't compare yourself to people. Like, look at the natural people who do it, because you're only gonna look a certain way. You get, like, I'm not gonna look like a bot, like somebody who competes in the Arnold Classic or Mr. Olympia. I'm not going to. But I'm not gonna cheat my body, and I'm not gonna cheat the people who watch me. I'm not gonna cheat my clients. I'm just not gonna cheat myself. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Some people, and I'm learning. I'm also learning, and this is something my clients had to help me with. That everybody's not me. I train a certain way. Sometimes I tell my clients, "Well, you can do this, you can do that," and I'm pushing them and I'm motivating them. But I'm expecting them to do what I want them to do or what I do, instead of let me just get the best out of them based on what they can do. So I'm still learning. I mean, content creation it's tricky if you can be manipulated. Some people can be very manipulated because they, like I said, you can look at something and want it and think it's for you, and it's not. That's not how I look at it anymore. I want people, like, y'all look at my channel. Look at the videos. I post my clients. I want y'all to see their progress. And sometimes, like I said, the exercises may look boring and stale because I'm not doing all this other stuff that people do. Yeah, Luna, like mainstream, like certain people, like I'm not gonna hate on anybody. People gonna do what they do, but there's a safe way to do stuff, and then there's a non-safe way to do stuff. But I want y'all to look at my clients, and I want y'all to see them. And some people might look at my clients and say they don't look any different from last year. They may not, to you, but I'm up there with them. So the women, they lose inches. Sometimes you're not gonna lose weight. Once your clothes start fitting differently, that's when you know. That's when you know. And it'll click. That's what I tell all my clients. I'm very appreciative that I found my passion. This is what I love. This is what I want to do. I'm hoping that God opens doors for me to where I can do this full time. If not, I'm still going to do it. But at the same time, I want to educate the people, because you're not going to get this on other channels. Some people just eat whatever and do whatever, and you can't do that. You will literally mess yourself up, and you'll regret it later on. I'm preparing for what Michael Jai White calls Cane Day, meaning I'm preparing for where I can't do this anymore. But until I get to that point, I'm gonna do this. Do I ever fast? I mean, I go some days where I eat one or two meals. But intermittent fasting, I mean, that's something people do. I don't do that. If people want to do it, that's cool. But that's not me. You can keep your caloric deficit down by eating a certain way. Like, incorporate fruits and vegetables. Like, imagine a meal like a Happy Meal. It's a burger, some fries, and drink. That alone is around 3,000 calories. Now, imagine some protein, some vegetables, some like a little bit of rice, and some water. That's like really half the calories. Like, you can eat steak or chicken or whatever, half the calories, and you feel better, and it's cleaner, as opposed to just stuffing your face with fast food. You get what I'm saying? Meals are you got good meals, you got bad meals. They're still meals, but what makes you sluggish, rugged bone? What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna eat and then be like, I want to go to sleep, as opposed to what makes you eat and want to be active. It's not easy to get up and go work out. Some people literally don't have a lot of time. You can just go walking for an hour, and that's good. But you got some people who eat and then they'll just go to sleep, and that food is just festering on their stomach. So they got all this stored up fat. You get what I'm saying? Instead of going to do something. In 2026, I personally refuse to believe that people don't have the time to go walking at least 20, 30 minutes a day. You got people who have kids, great careers, and still go to the gym, find a way to go to the gym. You don't have to go to the gym, but at least be active. Watch what you put in your body. Don't watch it go in your mouth. I'm saying, like, don't you want to be able to play with your grandkids one day? Don't you want to be able to play with your kids? It's never too late to start. It's never too late to start. But you don't want to get to the point where you're like, man, why I do it tomorrow? Tomorrow typically becomes the next day, every day. I'll do it tomorrow. It's almost like a New Year's resolution. Like, I mean, when? When is when? The honey buns with white frosting are hard to resist, bro. Ladies and gentlemen. I understand. See, I don't eat sweets. I understand they may be hard to resist, but resist them. I can walk down an aisle. I do it all the time in the grocery stores, and I just be looking at them sweets like, I remember I used to eat them. And I just keep walking. And I go get me some granola, no sugar, because I'm addicted. I'm used to that. But that boy had to look good too. I just got my line done, so I got look good. People can't, but I don't expect people to go cold turkey either. Sometimes you just need to just eat stuff in moderation, start walking, and get the toxins out of your system. Case in point, when I used to be out of shape, I said, let me walk. So I used to go to the gym, go in the movie room. It was dark, just me in there for real. And I just walked for like 30, 40 minutes. The more you walk and sweat those toxins out your system without replacing them, meaning without eating it again, the toxins remove themselves. So now you don't have a smell or a taste for this stuff. So when you when I got certain toxins out of my system, the smell of it made me sick. Chicken, pizza, fries, burgers. It just made me sick. So if I ate that stuff now, I wouldn't know what to do. But my body's not used to it anymore. That's the level you need to get to. Once you hit that level, then you'll be like, okay. But it takes some discipline. It takes a lot of discipline. A lot of discipline. So I feel you. I'm gonna try to say this. Lunar Vana Strike 49. I'm gonna look that up too. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's from somewhere. It takes discipline, and a lot of people don't have it. But get it. I'm no more human than you. I'm no more disciplined than you. I just decided I wanted a better lifestyle for myself. And I'm not, you don't get that by looking at a lot of these content creators, because some of these women who got these big old booties and stuff, they focus on the lower part of their body. That's why you always see them doing legs and glutes. You never see them doing shoulders and arms because they're not strong. Some of these dudes who are real big and whatnot, if they're natural, you never see them focus on legs and cardio. They can lift like the best of them. But when it comes to running or get them on that treadmill, boy, 5 minutes they through. 5 minutes. And don't let them be on steroids. Look up Larry Wheels. If y'all know who he is, Larry Wheels. The guy literally runs like he's trying to stop running. That's how he runs. And he'll let you know he's on steroids. And you got people who go train with him, and they're on steroids. Like, what is he going to tell you that somebody natural can't? Look up Larry Wheels, Wheels. That's what he calls himself. He's a big dude, but he's all jacked up full of juice. But he looks a certain way. He's aesthetically pleasing to a lot of the women and the men, which is cool. I mean, it is your thing. You do your thing. It ain't just him. It's Samek. It's a few people. I'm drawing blanks right now, but it's a lot of people. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But when you look at certain people who are doing it naturally, and it's like, well, they don't look this way. I don't want to look at them, but they're doing it the right way. It's an aesthetics business, so I understand. So I'm not mad, but all in all, this right here is I promote this heavily. I just started getting this grass fed. The ingredients. See y'all, well, I'm gonna show y'all right here. Yeah, hold on. Ingredients are right there. Y'all see there's like 9 of them. 9 is 130 calories per serving, 21 total serving. So 130 times 10 is 1,300. 130 times another 10 is 2,600. So 2,730 calories. It's total 2730. But it don't have a lot of ingredients. When something's got ingredients that's like, I mean, it's looking like a doggone essay. You don't want to eat that. Don't eat it. The less ingredients, the better. The the more well, the less complex food is, the better it is for your body. If you eat salmon, salmon has a lot of mercury in it, which means it affects your eyes. Eat carrots. See, people ain't gonna tell you this. You got, like, carrots are good for your eyes. So if you eat salmon, you want to eat carrots too, because there's a lot of mercury in salmon. It hurts your eyes. That's one of the reasons I'm having eye issues from time to time. Eating a lot of salmon. Excuse me. Eat some carrots with it. You can boil the carrots. Just eat carrots. Some black beans, stuff like that. You have to know what works and what foods have vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin E. You don't want to drink a lot of orange juice. Like, calcium deposits are real. They have your feet hurting, all greenish and all that nonsense. You don't want to drink too much orange juice, organic or not. But find what works for you. Put meals together that are best for you and portion them out. If you got a whole bunch, just portion the meals out. You know what I'm saying? I do suggest a scale. If you want a scale, you can weigh the meat and whatnot, but don't just eat to be gluttonous. Eat to refuel. Once again, don't eat to be gluttonous. Eat to refuel. That's it. And when you finish eating, try to do something. Try to be active. Just start slow. If y'all want me to talk about some stuff, you can email me sd_brown33@yahoo.com. That's sd_brown33@yahoo.com. Or just put it under my videos, and I'll talk to y'all about it. And this is no knock to these other content creators. I just believe in telling the truth. Lying is a waste of time, because you have to compound lies. As opposed to the truth, it stands on its own. That's my time. I'm finna clean my apartment and wash clothes and dry clothes and go to sleep. I'm ready for the playoffs. So y'all, Hitter, I appreciate you, my boy. All love. Alabama in the house. Y'all be easy, be good. Drink some water and get some rest. Like I said, rest is just a part. Rest and recovery is just a part of a bigger part of working out as the actual exercises. You got to rest. And if y'all have anything y'all need me to talk about or want me to talk about, please let me know. If I don't know the answer, I will the answer, because I don't know it all. I come off like a know-it-all sometimes when it comes to other stuff, but this is very serious. All right. Y'all have a good day. Peace.